Little Victory's here, and in this video, I'm going to give you my thought process, strategy, tips behind buying a raw card on eBay with the hopes to grade through PSA. So raw to grade, which has been my bread and butter for over 15 years. And the example I'm going to use is this Trent Williams card, 2010 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor Rookie, numbered out of 50. So, I had been eyeing that card for months now, but never could pull the trigger. The price just seemed too high, but the more I thought about it and broke it down, it really wasn't as bad of a deal as I thought. So the seller had it for sale with a buy it now of $300, no best offer. If you guys are like me, you hate to pay full price. You like that best offer option, and you like the feeling of getting a little deal on a card. So what I did was I went ahead and messaged probably a few months ago asking if he would take $250, and he said no, which is fine. So I knew he was pretty firm. I really looked at the pictures, which I recommend you do, and I could tell it was centered perfectly. But I also encourage you to ask the seller, if there are any surface scratches, indents, especially on the back or the front, because you can't really see those on scans, especially those surface scratches, and those will just kill you if you want to grade a raw card. So everything checked out, and I was confident it would probably grade a mint 9 or gem 10, but I still just couldn't pull the trigger, and I let it sit for another month. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. I started thinking in a different way. I have addictive tendencies. There's no way around that. And my mind thinks about opening boxes, buying boxes, opening product. So I thought to myself, how much are the 2010 Topps Chrome football hobby boxes selling for? Maybe I could get one, pull a gold Tom Brady, a gold Trent Williams, a gold Gronk. So I went on eBay and I found that the boxes are selling for around $375. So finding out that price, and which seemed high, triggered my brain into the correct way of thinking. So if I bought a box, the odds of me pulling a card like this gold Trent or something better is very, very slim. Odds are extremely stacked against you, and most of the time you're only going to pull probably around 20% in value, which is ridiculous. And I'm almost certain that's what would have happened if I had bought that box. I would have been, after I got done opening, I would have been all sad and with really nothing to show for it, nothing to show for my money I spent. And sad I didn't just buy the Trent Williams card. So I encourage everyone to think this way. Buy the single you want out of the box, not the box. This at least gives you a fighting chance to make money. So with that mindset, I decided to contact the seller one more time and offer $275 because I got to get that little deal. And he still said no. So this actually made me realize that the card must be in good shape. But eventually we made a deal a week later for $280. This is the card. I just got the card in the mail today, and it is beautiful, sharp, centered, no flaws that I can tell so far. It looks like a gem 10 to me at first glance, and I'm so happy I bought it. So my financial breakdown, when I was going through whether I wanted to buy it or not, was that even if it graded a mint 9, it would probably sell for around $300, and I would break even with the grading fee. But if it got a gem 10, I think it's a potential $600 to $1,000 card. So worth the buy. And it's a card that's not necessarily going to go down in value because he's an active, still playing future Hall of Famer. He's got 1 million Pro Bowls and is a dominant force at his position. So an incredible career. And I only see the card going up either when he retires, maybe wins a Super Bowl, or for sure when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. So now I'm going to quickly show you the next process, and this is that I will get this raw card ready to grade through PSA and maximize that value. So these cards, especially this chromium cardstock, and in particular these 2010, there's this film. See it? You can really see the film right there. You are definitely going to need to clean that. As you can tell, no surface scratches that I can tell. And the back look great. So you're going to need a microfiber cloth, dry one, and then a damp one right here, rolled up. That's what I use. And I do half at a time. So just take it, do half the card, top half, gently, just like that, okay? You now quickly, with your dry, get that water off. Get it all off. Look, no more film. Looks great. Now flip the card over. Try not to touch it with your fingerprints. And what we're going to do is the bottom. Same thing we did with the top. Okay. There you go. Quickly get that off. And then just look at it. This is a blazer. So now you're going to get a clean penny sleeve. And boom. And there you go, into the submission size semi-rigid holder. And it's ready to go to PSA. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so now, let's say I got the card back from PSA, all graded, a nice PSA Gem Mint 10. So, with a card like this, with great future long-term potential, we now need to know how to price the card and when to sell it. Do you do a short-term or long-term? So this is what I do, and I recommend others do too. I'm okay keeping this card long term. You know, its highest value will probably be 3 to 5 years down the road. But I also don't want the card to just sit there doing nothing. So why not just list the card on eBay right now, buy it now style with a best offer, don't do auction style, and you know, you list it at a higher price, a future price, a price you forecast it to be at its future peak. This at least gets eyes on it, and you never know, you may get a buyer. At least you're giving your item a chance to sell, but you know, even if it just sits there for years, you still aren't out anything because you're okay with the long-term hold play. You know, I do this with a lot of cards I care about, and I really like the long-term outlook. And this Trent Williams is just a perfect example. That's why I wanted to use it for this video. You know, I love this card, and I honestly forecast it to potentially be $1,000 card as a Gem 10. So I would list this card right away with a buy it now of $999 with a best offer, and just sit back and relax. You know, takers, no big deal to me. Occasionally you will get messages from people saying, you know, you're way overpriced from the comps or whatever. But, you know, it's your card, and I just tell them that I'm forecasting price for the future. All right. So that's it. That was my thoughts. Wish me luck with this card. I'm going to send it off to Newport Beach this week. Thanks for watching my thought process vid. Hope it may help some of you. Take care as always.